Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you, welcome. Please subscribe if you've been here with me all this time. Thank you for sticking around. It's your girl Steffi, and I'm just gonna jump right in. I am talking about something that I'm sure is on everyone's tongue, and that's the passing of Chadwick Boseman. I watched the tribute video last night. It's called A Tribute to a King. And I must say, you know, you had some great people that spoke about Chadwick. You had Oprah Winfrey, Whoopi Goldberg, Whoopi Goldberg, I should say, slip of the tongue. You had Angelina Jolie, and so many more icons. You had even Forrest Whitaker, and it was hosted by Robin Roberts, who is also, by the way, guys, a cancer survivor. I must say, I was definitely shocked. Very, very shocked. I was shaking when I got up Saturday morning and I saw the post that Chadwick Boseman had passed. It rocked me to the core, I must say, and it's the first I felt like this regarding the passing of a celebrity. And I think it's because of the role he played in society, and the fact that he wasn't just a movie star. He wasn't just someone that we saw on the big screen. And speaking of big screen, he delivered so many great roles. He portrayed so many great people, some of which was Thurgood Marshall, Jackie Robinson, James Brown. And I think the role that made him really a larger than life icon and person was his role as Prince T'Challa in Black Panther. For so many of us, that signified greatness, power in the Black community, and just for us to feel like we are above, we are not below, we are the head, we are not the tail. It gave so many of us hope. It made us love who we are even more as a person. And I think the role for me that stood out the most was the role he played being himself. He was Black, educated, gifted, and proud of who he was. He was unapologetic about anything. He was like, I am here, I have a voice and a platform, and I want to use it. And I think that's what I'm gonna miss the most about him. Also, I remember watching a video where he was speaking about being the beneficiary of a sponsorship by Denzel Washington, and neither of them knew each other at the time. However, he said he was so surprised when he heard from Felicia Rashad, who was spearheading the program at Howard University, and that Denzel was his sponsor. And that, for me, that resonate with me, because my daughter, who is 12 now, is attending for the Denzel Washington School of Arts. To know that my daughter and Chadwick had that in common was just something I found was to be so wonderful, and they didn't know each other. I wish they would have eventually gotten the chance to know each other. So as I go back to speaking of Chadwick, I remember seeing clips from the tribute of him visiting the St. Jude Hospital for children with cancer, and how he was such a light to them, you know, and he was like making sure that he had a smile on his face, and he was giving to them, you know, that strength to fight. And he was the light despite being in such a dark place at the time, battling colorectal cancer. I can only imagine what he was going through privately, suffering privately and battling privately with this terrible, terrible, terrible disease. Guys, I want to take the time to encourage our Black brothers and sisters to go and get the screening done. Go and get it done. I believe in early detection. I believe that the sooner you know, you can be proactive. You can, you know, definitely fight. You have a greater chance of surviving and fighting. Guys, please go and get the screening done. Guys, I believe that if anything, Chadwick Boseman passing teaches us that life is fragile, that we shouldn't take it for granted, and that, you know, we don't know how long we'll be here. He was only 43 years old. He had so much more to give. There was so much more in him that we were looking for to see on the big screen, you know. He was also activist in his own rights. He's always speaking about injustice on every level, economic injustice, social injustice, anything that you could think of that would suppress the black community. He's always speaking out against it. And I just want to say, I want to recognize him for not just the roles on screen, but the roles off screen. And I hope that we all could take a page from his book and be our own activists. It doesn't have to be on a large scale, but whatever platform we have, we would use it to encourage, to uplift each other, and to live for purpose, live with meaning, because we don't know when we will no longer be here. But he left a legacy behind, and we can do the same as well. We can leave a legacy behind that the generation that is coming up will look at it and will try to portray what we did and what we stood for. And I thank him for living with a purpose. And, you know, I just want to leave us on this note. Always remember, don't take life for granted. Make sure you enjoy it. Make sure you live. Make sure you love. And despite anything else I've said, make sure that you put God first. Put God in everything that you do. And remember that God loves you. God bless you. I'm out.